Dude, Luke, the printer's still busted, man. What the fuck?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the episode 118 of the Topless Robot podcast. My name is Ryan.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Kalen.
Fuck you!
And Brooks is somewhere there.
There's Brooks, right?
Brooks is finally.
Brooks is to you maybe. Brooks is over here for me. Like
he's over here.
Kalen's there. Brooks is way over there.
Ryan. There's
according to the stream.
Dan.
This is the direction. This is where Brooks is, according to our stream, which I'm on Twitch now. So haha.
Oh, there is a Brooks.
Hello. Welcome back.
So this is going to be our last episode of the year. We're going to take next week off for the holidays because we got Christmas coming up and then New Year's after that.
Is it a paid holiday?
Are these paid appearances?
Promised me at the end of the year.
Yes, regardless of how our podcast does on Metacritic, you'll still all be getting your bonuses.
Oh, great.
Because I have been crunching these chips.
I can't wait to get our gift certificates to TCBY.
I would prefer Olive Garden.
Guys, the real payment is not having to talk to Ryan for a week.
The real payment is the friendship we made along the way.
I'm joking. I love you, Ryan. I love you
You
so
already
much.
don't talk to me all week.
Yeah, Tyler, you broke the old man's heart.
These kids, they just grow up and they stop caring. They don't even call the dads.
You text like an old guy, though. You're like, okay. It's like, hey, Ryan's mad at me.
No, that was because it was. I thought about it after the fact too, because I was doing something else, and so I brought it up on the little quick display screen, and it gives me quick button answers, and so I just tapped the OK button.
That's just like low key passive aggressive right there. If there's no emotes, there's no emotes or like exclamation points, I immediately assume that whoever I'm texting is pissed off.
I genuinely felt bad. I'm like, you probably didn't think anything of it. Now I know. But it was like, what was it? It was, hey, I'm not going to be able to make the podcast this week, or if I do, it's going to be late. And I'm just like, okay.
He's mad at me.
My mom.
Sometimes, Ryan, we can just feel the love radiating from you.
Okay. So, in the news, Cyberpunk 2077 has been fully pulled from the PlayStation Store.
Yes.
Which that's insane.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, because
I thought it was fine on PS5, so I thought they would have just taken it. I think Xbox followed, right? Microsoft followed and did
Microsoft has not pulled it from the store as of yet. Microsoft is issuing refunds.
Oh, okay.
They have kind of expanded their refund policy for it, but they have not pulled it from the store outright. Sony has pulled it from the store, and I thought that it was going to be limited to PS4 as well. So I checked my PS5, and yeah, it's not in the PS5 store either.
That's so weird because it was fine on PS5
Yep.
as far as I know. I've heard.
Yeah,
Like,
I have it on PS5 and it plays fine. Though I've still been playing it on Stadia more than anything else.
You know, it's crashed a few times on my like launch PS4, but like it's totally been playable for me. Like I've enjoyed it. There's a part of me that wants to like hold off until it's like really patched well, just to kind of see what they do to it. But like some people made it out to be unplayable, and yeah, you know, I'll walk up to like the bouncer of Lizzie's, and she looks like a fucking like, you know, lumpy piece of clay for a couple seconds. Like, that kind of shit, like it's never bothered me that much, but like they made it seem like it was unplayable, and I didn't find that to be the case.
Even on PS5 and on Stadia, in the intro montage, like all backgrounds funnel into the same intro montage with Jackie, where you're like it's showing that relationship building with Jackie and stuff like that. And there's a moment where they like show your car, and even on PS5 and Stadia, that car at first, because it's such a short little blip in this montage, that car is boxy as fuck, and like it's clear that it hasn't loaded in anything, and it doesn't have time to. In the PS5, it does kind of quickly, recover. Stadia, same, but it still loads in that same sort of boxy that that bouncer has.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and I hardly notice any like super hardcore frame rate dips or anything like that. Like I've been enjoying killing people. Like a kind of a, I don't know.
In one of my coffee, go on.
For all the things that they promised, though, it's not that game. But like, just I haven't found it to be like unplayable where I would like demand a refund. Yeah.
In one of my coffee with Ryan's over the past week, I played some of the clips that I've captured on Stadia of bugs that I've encountered. And there's only one that is legitimately frustrating and makes me want to stop playing. And that's that ladders don't fucking work. You climb a ladder, you get to the top of the ladder, and you just fall back down. And I've done that, like, in order to, I need to get up there. There's a goal up there. And it takes me 5 times of climbing that ladder before I can finally get up.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I've also heard that they, I think if your save file gets over, what was it? I can't remember.
It's like 2 gigs or something like that. Or it was 250 megs. It was something that didn't seem too large.
Yeah, but it'll corrupt your save file completely. And usually like crafting a lot of items does that, I think is what I was told. So like if you don't beat the game fast enough, which is rough because it's an RPG, you just lose your save file.
Yeah, besides, like, the mini-map makes me not drive. And then also the, like, camera not switching when I'm in the car, the third person. Between that and the mini-map, like, I usually don't drive hardly anywhere, but I've experienced the latter thing a few times, but not to the extent that you're talking about.
I kind of wish that instead of showing where your waypoint is on the mini-map when you're driving, that they do like every modern fucking game does and project it on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'd be dope. But
it plays in game as like a implant, like it's the
right.
So
like it's even in theme with the cyberpunk things. Like you've got robot eyes. You really think that the first thing, like it's like we don't even have robot eyes, and the first thing that happened when Google came out with Google Glass was like projected directions.
Why wouldn't they? They knew people were going to be using it irresponsibly while they were driving. So you may as well build in a feature that helps people not be idiots.
I wonder what we're going to see with Cyberpunk in terms of just like what the next big updates are going to be with like the quality of life upgrades as it goes along. Just because like Witcher 3 ended up being almost completely different game a couple months after it was out on PlayStation.
Yeah,
I do think
that's another reason why I was surprised that people were so like outraged by the cyberpunk thing, because the same thing, maybe not as bad, but almost the same thing happened with Witcher 3 when it came out.
Well, I don't think Witcher as a series holds as much hype as Cyberpunk built. So there were not as many people day one buying Witcher 3 as there were, people buying Cyberpunk.
But that's not. I mean, hype isn't at the fault of the developer. Like you should be just as mad for either of those outcomes. People are treating it like it's worse just because more people cared about Cyberpunk. But no, it's roughly the same problem.
There's a bunch of stuff in the game that they had said, like they said you're going to have like a apartment you could customize, like you can't change the look of your character. They said that every individual in the game was going to have their own like path and like their life cycle, and it's all obviously it's not the cops have no AI. Like there's a bunch of stuff. People's main complaints aren't, I don't think, about bugs that are happening. Obviously that's a huge issue, but it's a lot of it is like just systems in the game that weren't implemented at all.
Mm-hmm.
See, I mean, I understand that. That's not what I'm hearing most of the complaints about. Basically all of the complaints that I hear from people are they just this game does not deliver what it said because they didn't, and this is still shitty that they didn't tell people like the game doesn't work on PS4 and Xbox One, by the way.
Like not ready.
But I don't know. I'm not just hearing people saying that, like, well, the systems that they promised aren't in play. I always hear people screaming, like, that game is literally an unplayable, buggy mess. And then I talk to people who've actually played it, and none of them have said that.
The internet is screeching. Though.
Yeah.
People are glitching out. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Some of the memes that have come out of it are pretty fantastic.
A Facebook friend of mine posted a picture of he wanted to get an up close shot of Johnny Silverhand. So he shows the shot that he got, just like up close, Johnny Silverhand's face. And then he changed the camera angle to show his character in order to get that shot. And his character is floating with his crotch in Johnny Silverhand's face.
I like there's a picture of like you sleeping on the on the bed and like the angle of like people trying to figure out how that person's sleeping.
Yep.
Yeah, I could not wrap my head around that at all.
I had the same, like when I was at that scene, I had the same thought. I'm like, wait, what? Hold on. What?
Maybe
Hanging out your bed.
This literally is not possible.
Maybe that's why this game came out a little bit fucked up, because all the developers don't know how to sleep correctly. So
Yeah,
they were
right.
a little.
I haven't seen a bed in months.
Oh
just
man.
sleep deprived out of.
They chained me to my desk and they keep feeding me vodka and potatoes.
So Cyberpunk is going to get 2 major patches, one in January and one in February, that should make it more playable on the base PS4 and Xbox One. And a lot of people are laying into CD Projekt Red, and this is the first that I had learned of it. CD Projekt and CD Projekt Red are 2 separate entities. CD Projekt is the corporate entity that owns Good Old Games. CD Projekt Red is the dev studio they own, the studio that worked on Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
And in a meeting with the staff, like the staff are kind of revolting against CD Projekt because they're to blame for the hurried release and things like that.
In the crunch time.
Yeah.
The crunch time. Crunch time.
So, Mandalorian season 2 is done. No spoilers, but have a tissue when you watch the last episode of season 2. Have a tissue ready.
I was pretty stoked.
Yeah.
I teared up. I teared up.
So did I. It was mind blowing.
That whole ending.
And super unexpected. Super unexpected.
I know. Again, I don't want to do spoilers, but like I have no idea where the show's going to go from here. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like-
one of the big complaints people have about it is like
What
where
now?
do you go?
How do you continue the story?
But I mean, that could be a cool thing.
I think I have so many things that I want to discuss, but I feel like I can't right now.
Yeah.
But maybe like the next podcast we can dive a little more into that, because
I mean, it'll still be too recent. You'll still piss people off.
Yeah. We need to
I
finally.
bring this up every time. People get mad when you spoil things that happened in movies from the 80s and before.
We'll just do.
We need to finally we need to finally make good on what I've been talking about for fucking ever in doing a spoiler cast. Yeah. So we'll have a separate podcast feed where we'll just do like not a regular upload unless there's something relevant to talk about that we want to, a few of us want to get together and talk about and just have spoilers full.
I would love to have just a spoiler cast about that episode.
Yeah, no kidding.
A show called The Mandalorian, when in the last episode the Mandalorian himself got decapitated by that zombie stormtrooper.
It was weird.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Kaylin, I said no spoilers.
But fortunately, Captain Janeway looked like she was in that closing shot. So
I was really surprised when they brought Captain Jack Sparrow in for the cameo there.
Have you those commercials with Patrick
Depp?
and Mark Hamill?
No.
You seen them? They're so
Yeah,
funny.
Oh. The Uber
I don't watch commercials.
Well,
I don't watch commercials. I'm a premium member to life.
No, you should check them out on YouTube. They're actually pretty funny. I mean, the novelty of them, like, what is it, like a T-Mobile commercial or something stupid?
Uber Eats.
Oh, Uber Eats.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. I like it.
It is.
Daddy
Because I'm
can't
old
save
now.
you now. I am my daddy. Wait, what?
So yeah, I am very, very, very excited for what more we can expect, and we saw a lot of what's in the planning, on Disney's Investor Day.
Are we able to talk about the after credit scene here?
I don't think we should.
Okay.
No.
And
I'm surprised that they didn't that they kept that out of the investors meeting, and that's all. I'll say.
I'm surprised as well. And it kind of. So I want to touch on something on Disney's. So there are rumors that Disney is rebooting Firefly. It's not likely. It's not likely. Yeah. It would have come up in Investor Day, and it was written about. The only source I can find for it is a clickbaity website, who also is claiming that AMC Theaters, the chain, is going to shut down permanently next month.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If they do reboot Firefly, it would almost be indistinguishable from the original, because I don't think they would have Joss Whedon, and he's lost so much goodwill recently.
Yep.
Sorry.
I wouldn't want Joss Whedon involved just because of what a piece of shit he has shown himself to be over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the original characters, like, I mean, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it's been done for such a long time that it just kind of, like, I'm not clamoring for more.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is what we had, and we liked it, damn it.
2 seasons in a
You're
row.
not clamoring for more, but I constantly hear people clamoring for more.
Well, those are people who are kind of stuck. Like, they don't realize that a Firefly made now would not be what they want. They think it's what they want, but it's not what they want. If we had the streaming support system that we have now, back shortly after it got canceled and it quickly got revitalized on a streaming service, and that was a viable option in 2004, 2005, then sure, absolutely. But now, absolutely not. There is not a place for it.
Plus, they'd have to do some either retconning of Serenity or
right.
Like that. I mean, they kind of were like, okay, here's a really quick bow to just finish this off.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Firefly fans, you already got everything that they're willing to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Now live with it.
And live with the fact that Joss Whedon, your Lord and Savior, your once Lord and Nerd Savior, is an absolute piece of human garbage.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Why did he have to?
Another celebrity turned out to be bad. What?
Would never have guessed. I'm just waiting for the day that Tom Hanks.
No, it's impossible. Cannot happen. Cannot happen. Absolutely not.
Tom Hanks is gonna punch a baby or something.
No, you know what? I would probably defend him if he punched a baby.
Tyler, I bet that baby had it coming.
To maintain his eternal youth. Have you not heard this before?
Man, that's
Stay
bad.
woke, Tyler. Stay woke.
Actually,
That baby was a piece of shit.
the way he maintains his eternal youth is through he keeps going back to that fortune teller machine.
Voltar.
Just want to point out, what Tom Hanks are you seeing that has eternal youth? Have you seen him in the last 3 years? That man has aged in poorly.
That's just the fake skin suit that he wears in public to keep up appearances.
His son is gonna start acting. Another son that no one's heard of until like now.
You know,
And his name will be John Hanks.
whatever fake sons he can come up with to erase the one garbage real son, the rapping one. What the fuck is his name?
Hayes.
What is it?
Chet Hayes.
Chet Hayes. That's right. God, I cannot stand him. I absolutely cannot stand him. He is the worst. I don't know how you get born to Tom Hanks and become that.
Botched clone experiment that because he's been at this for a long time and he's finally got it down pat. So the botched clone likes to rap and they just kind of wrote him off.
They should make a movie with him and call it Forrest Chump.
People constantly lash out against their parents, especially like when their parents are famous, and it's, I don't want to be like him. I don't want my famous dad to define who I am, so I'm going to become a rapper.
You see Nick Cage's kid?
He's a black
Nick
metal
Cage has a
musician, isn't he?
kid?
Yeah, he's a black metal musician.
Nice.
Cal.
Super goth.
His actual name is Kal-El.
It is.
It is.
That's actually when did he have him?
I have no idea.
Around that time.
Okay. I was wondering if he was named Kal-El because Nick Cage was going to be Superman and he ended up not.
He's also like a comic book nerd too.
Okay.
Like he's a Superman fan.
For Superman #1.
Do what?
Nick Cage bought Superman #1 and I forget what he paid for it, but
Wow.
Well, he paid for it in dinosaur bones.
it's stolen documents.
I haven't watched it yet, but Elvis the Alien has a review of Nick Cage's latest film, Jiu-Jitsu, on YouTube right now.
I want to.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of horrible movies, I watched Recipe for Seduction.
Oh God!
Oh,
Isn't it just like a 15-minute long short or something like
It
that?
is. It's only 15 minutes.
That's what I thought.
It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
It's weird. It's 15 minutes and Mario Lopez gets like no lines. It's very strange. I think he says 3 things in the entire movie, and 2 of those is about the secret recipe.
I was gonna say 3 of those lines are herbs. and spices.
That's all he says. He's like a Pokemon. Herbs and spices, herbs and spices, herbs and spices.
I was gonna say, does he just like show up on screen once as the shirtless Colonel flex and disappear? Like
Colonel used teleport.
I have
Got away
been
safely.
I have been enjoying KFC leaning hard into the mockery of their own properties, like with the dating sim and the KFC scented fire logs and shit like that.
hey man, this is the power of shitposting. People are literally monetizing shitposting.
Yep.
Yep. We are all memes now.
There's no escape.
Do.
I used to be me, and now I am me.
So I spent some of my birthday Amazon gift cards on something that I've been wanting for a while. I got
Nice.
a pocket operator. I got the Street Fighter pocket operator.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And like I've been wanting one of their pocket operators for a real long time. And then they recently, came out with this collab with Capcom where they have a Street Fighter one and a Mega Man one. And the Mega Man one is like sold out everywhere. But this is such a shockingly capable little sequencer and sampler.
Oh, Ryan, this might sound weird, but check out the MoMA website, like the art museum.
Yeah.
Because they have a gift shop that has them.
Oh, okay.
So
I ended
might
up
still be
finding
there.
the Mega Man one on Reverb. There are a bunch of music shops selling them on Reverb with no markup or anything. So I want to snag one of those at some point. But I also want to get some of their other ones now that I've like kind of gotten my feet wet with this one. I want to get, because they have some that are like $59, right? Like they've got a chiptune one called Arcade. That's $59 that I really want to pick up. But I thought I would share with you some of the stuff that I've got here. So I recorded some sample sounds, and then you can it's got a microphone right here that is actually a very decent little microphone. And then you can go in and edit the trim of the sound, so you can change where the sound starts and how long it goes. So I could speak a sentence into this and then just pick out the bit that I want to make an instrument out of. And so this one is just me going ho 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 ho.
Did you say that you could edit the trim?
Yeah.
That's also my favorite part of the Cyberpunk character creator.
I was waiting for the joke.
That's some real penis 2 energy right there.
And this is a clip from me going in the Dr. Girlfriend voice. Oh, sweetie. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. This is Jasmine.
Don't get us copyright.
This is Jasmine
Play
going.
something that makes Dan's ass shake.
This is Jasmine going meep
Such
into
a
it.
thing does not exist.
And what was the last one that I did? Oh yeah, the last one is broken. But these are the ones that came with it. And then there are these drum kits. So when you record a sample into a drum kit, it splits up whatever you said. It tries to intelligently split up whatever you said into pieces, and each piece of what you said becomes a triggerable kit button. So the ones that come preloaded on it are fucking great.
Yeah.
And then there's
Japan.
Oh, I've got that too.
Look, USA, Brazil, China,
We
Lost Kalen again.
Japan. Japan. You lose. You win. Fight. Win, lose. Win, lose.
So those are a lot of fun. And then just a basic kit. So my first creation on this is come on,
My
Dan,
name
shake your
is
butt.
Ryan, and I'm here to say that the Topless Robot podcast is A-OK. Word up.
Where to your mother?
So yeah, it's a surprisingly capable little thing.
Ryan, you can record a new intro for us now.
The intro that we're using is already something that I wrote.
Oh, okay. Well, we can use that now. Just because
Ryan Shrimp teaches drug safety.
just say no.
And it came preloaded with like
Call
a
an
bunch of
adult.
with a bunch of
Call it. That was loud.
and what's cool is the whole time that it's playing all this stuff, it does the little animations on the screen.
Well, not that one specifically, but
You want to
there
get
are
the
a
Mega
couple
Man
that
one.
I've saved. No, I honestly I like the Mega Man sounds and stuff like that, and it'd be cool collector's items. But there's like a couple ones that I think I would actually use with some of the stuff I'm trying to make, like the arcade one, the sewing machine one, and there was another one I can't remember. It's been a while since I've taken a look, but yeah.
They are really surprisingly capable little things. I love it. I want all of them. Pretty sturdy.
How sturdy is that?
It's, I mean,
Because like I know they sell like a silicone case to go with them, and I wasn't sure if that was like entirely necessary or not.
I wouldn't call it necessary. No. In fact, in order to use the case, you have to break off this tab. And I don't want to do that because if I start collecting these, I want to hang them on the wall with the tabs.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of would have been funny if you just like, how sturdy is it?
Well, it is something that you are like, at least here, you're meant to be able to break this off. There's also a little lock here that you're meant to be able to break off, and that locks all the parameters, so it cannot be edited anymore. And in order to overwrite that, there are two little pads on the back here that you solder together, and it unlocks it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, apparently
Need a burrito.
I was annoyed because it takes AAAs, but apparently their quoted battery life on the on two AAAs in standby mode is 2 years.
Damn.
And then
Only 2 years. Wow.
I can't remember what it said for like playtime, but it's absurd. Like, it is super low energy. It uses almost no power at all.
Just like me.
Because when this goes into standby mode, it displays the time and it displays the sprites, and that's it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Tell that to my. That may have good battery life, but does it have Nintendo 3DS battery life? Because I swear,
my 3DS dies. Every 3DS I've ever had, if I don't turn it off, if I just close it, it is going to run out of batteries in a couple of days.
Everyone knows the best standby mode is on a PSP.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to out for years, turn it back
Yep.
on.
The regular DS had insane battery life. I've had the very first DS, and I found it probably 10 years after it came out. And it still had fucking battery. Obviously it was off the whole time, but I was
Right.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, if
That's when they built them to last.
I fully turn off my 3DS, then that battery is going to last. That battery lasts forever. Like when I turn it on, it has the same battery level as when I turn it off. But if I just close it, put it in standby, that thing I'll look over and see the light flashing, even though I haven't touched it in a couple of days. I'm like, ah, shit.
Join us next week at the Topless Robot Cracker Barrel for us to talk about our favorite kinds of Phillips head screwdrivers.
What else is going on in the news? People have started getting vaccines. Mike Pence got vaccinated.
Yay!
Hooray.
And of course, people who have their tinfoil hats at the ready are making a real big deal out of the nurse who got vaccinated on the news and then fainted after getting her vaccination.
She
Feel
fucked
the
up.
pressure from being on camera.
Or it could be because she's probably overworked because all the hospitals are overflowed. It could also be because she doesn't do well with needles.
No, it's the government. They're gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
Is this their way of thinning the herd?
Never mind that Pfizer's vaccine was created with zero government funding, zero government intervention. The government was not involved in the Pfizer vaccine whatsoever.
Why is Donald Trump taking credit for it then?
Because that's the only thing he knows how to do is take credit for things that other people do.
And consume McDonald's.
Oh yeah, that too.
He's good at that.
Eat hamburger and lie.
Eat hamburger and lie. I feel like that's on his family crest. Eat hamburger and lie.
It's simple work, but it's honest. It's dishonest.
So a couple of weeks ago, we were wondering on what involvement Adventure Time would be in Phoenix Rising, if beyond that trailer at all. And we finally have our answer, and it is a $15 cosmetic only thing for the game that
Mathematical.
lets you. So you do get one item, which is a mount. You get a lady unicorn mount.
Schmauzow.
You get Jake's 30 seconds, basically.
And yes, and you get a cosmetic thing for your hood that looks like Finn's hood. You get a cosmetic display for whatever armor you're wearing that looks like a stylized Finn's blue shirt with backpack. You get a cosmetic item for your Phoenix that flies along you to make it look like Jake. And yeah, I mean, it's cute, but it's all cosmetic.
What about
$15 though?
Yeah, $15 is a bit high for a cosmetic pack.
a sword?
No.
Better than horse armor.
Wow, that's going back to oblivion.
I'm pulling that one out of the annals.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, remember when we used to go crazy over cosmetic items in single player games? Who the fuck are you showing off your horse armor to?
My mom.
Your favorite NPC, bro. They totally care. I promise.
What's her name? Your little servant from Skyrim.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so usually I don't dip to chat during the episode proper, but Jasmine says, with regard to the nurse who fainted after getting the vaccine, Dover explained that she has an underlying health condition that causes her to faint when she experiences pain. I had a syncopal episode. I have a history of having an overactive vagal response. And so with that, if I have pain from anything, hangnail, or if I stub my toe, I can just pass out. In another clip, she said she has passed out probably 6 times in the past 6 weeks. It is common for me, she added.
She only stubbed her toe 6 times in the last 6 weeks. Dang.
It's actually a lot of stubbing your toe. I feel like I stub my toe maybe once or twice a year.
He's also a club-footed tap dancer. Like that's just part of the trade, you know.
It would
Is it only
suck.
Physical pain, or is it when she feels emotional pain? Because
it would suck to have that and have chronic pain.
You just never wake up.
If I developed that right now, my head would just hit this desk and I'd never wake up.
Make myself faint by feeling pain.
Hold on, let me think for like 5 seconds. I'm feeling emotions.
Can you imagine? If she's into BDSM?
She also has a trombone.
That would be hilarious. If
This date's not going well.
Oh man, that'd be a great way to get out of any situation at the DMV.
Yeah, right.
Just bite your lip a little bit.
Yeah, and Jasmine brings about a good point. Although, who had the bright idea to put the nurse that passes out on TV?
Yeah.
They probably didn't know.
It was a foolish PR nightmare.
Yeah.
I bet she told them beforehand. I bet she was like, guys, this and then don't put me on, please, guys. And then just say, you'll be fine. No, you don't understand. Click. I don't know why the vaccine does a clicking noise, but
It's the microchip being injected into your veins, Tyler.
Wake up, sheeple. She was just rebooting after the microchip activated.
She was just rebooting.
The first old lady who got a vaccine in England, they showed her like sitting there getting her vaccine, and her hands were in her lap like this, just kind of folded in her lap, and some people were like drawing triangles on her, and, like it's just like, oh no, like Illuminati.
I mean, that's also vagina. So Illuminati lives in vagina.
Yes. Well, obviously. That's how the Illuminati controls the world, with the vagina.
It's all in the.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the second person to receive the COVID vaccine in the UK was named William Shakespeare.
Yes, we must save the odds.
To be or not to be. Ow!
But yeah, we're coming up real quick on the end of the year. And I during one of my morning streams the past week, I used the New York Times find out where you are in line for the COVID vaccine. Oh, I am very far back.
Oh no, probably me too.
Yep.
Is it alphabetical order?
No, it's like, okay, do you have any comorbidities? No. Are you a frontline worker? No. Then you're seriously like, I think I was something like 3 million, something 5 million, something in line for the state of Arizona.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be the same.
Yep. It's probably going to be another good, 3 to 6 months before we get vaccinated.
I'm very sad about this.
Well, I say we. I don't mean Brooks.
I'm special.
So we can watch Brooks die before we die.
Can watch him turn into a serpent person in real time.
Cool.
Can we live stream it as your eyes start turning reptilian?
Well, you can download
As
an app.
long-
Once he gets chipped, you can track him.
Where's Brooks at today?
He's
No,
late
at
for the podcast.
secret
Where the fuck is
Illuminati
Brooks?
meeting underneath the church basement.
I can't believe tracking this microchip revealed to me the location of the secret Illuminati bunker they've taken him to.
I have become aware of the prophecy and am now currently following the crouton of self-righteousness.
Brooks, no, don't break the conditioning. Don't break the conditioning.
So you guys
Brooks
remember?
finally finds out who killed JFK.
It was
guys-
cholesterol.
You guys remember how we almost lost all of the animals in Australia this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you remember how we almost went into World War III this year?
Yep.
It's a decade. This year's a decade. What are you hinting at?
No, I'm just saying, like, these are the things that happen at the beginning of the year. Like, think about...
Have the animals in Australia began the Third World War? Is that what you're going with?
Led by the
Wake up,
Emus,
people.
they're back for revenge.
No, I'm
The koalas have become nuclear capable. You
I'm
have
just-
46 hours to disarm them.
just bringing up things that happened this year. That,
Remember when
like,
Kobe
remember
died?
Bill and Ted Face the Music was this year?
Oh, yeah.
Kobe died this year.
Yeah, Kobe died this year.
Kaylin left this year.
There was, like, this year has been a long one.
This
A
year
real
is
long
the procrastinating. Like this is like God was a English major and was procrastinating an essay and had to finish things out really quick because he's under a deadline. Like fuck, I didn't finish 2020. Ah!
This one's a season ender, fellas. This one's a season ender.
Man, this cliffhanger is gonna be wicked.
Yeah, when Trump refuses to leave office, that's going to be my favorite turn in this season.
Oh, I
This whole year has been a writer's strike.
Yeah, getting really uncreative with these. You know, come on, this year's way unrealistic. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's about right. It's a wine from the bottle kind of year.
Yeah, he's drinking olive oil straight from the bottle.
Excuse me, it's balsamic vinaigrette.
So, what have been, I know, all things, considered, what have been some of your favorite moments from this year?
Oh, yeah, this is the last episode, huh?
Yeah, of the year.
You know what my favorite thing about that happened this year? Was becoming an official member of the Topless Robot podcast.
Aww.
Don't blow smoke up my ass, buddy.
What do you want?
What do you want? We got nothing to give you.
He's angling for that big Christmas bonus.
No, he wants Tyler's spot in the podcast introduction lineup.
Look, we can give you a third, no better.
I'm the third.
You sounded legitimately angry. How dare you, Kaylin? You will not usurp my position as third.
2021's gonna be wild.
Let's see. Best parts of this year. Well, the last show that I went to was fantastic.
What was it?
Orville Peck,
Oh, yeah.
because I love me a sad gay cowboy.
I went to
That was like the Warriors meetup of like scene people. It was weird because I had no idea what to expect, and it was like, oh look, there's some like punk guys, some like country dudes, some fucking hip hop dudes. It was weird. That was the last show I went.
people staying in their cliques, they're like little circles, like kind of
It's
looking
like
back at each other.
the lunchroom in high school.
All I can say was a job for many cowboys.
That was my last show was great too. I went and saw Styx way back in February or whatever that was. That was a long time ago.
I guess technically my last show was at NAMM, and it was like several shows. So it was Bear Ghost, and it was Animals as
Back at
Leaders,
NAMM.
and shit like that on the outside stage at NAMM.
Back in
NAMM.
Every time you say NAMM, that's exactly where it goes through my head.
1,000-yard
don't
stare.
You went there.
Mad World's playing in the background.
Animals.
All around me are familiar faces.
Well, I lost a shit ton of weight this year, so I feel pretty good about that.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I found that way for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you evenly distributed it to the rest of the podcast.
Grow my children.
There must be a weight equilibrium on the podcast. At all times, there must be a certain amount of weight. One of us loses, the other one gains.
Not me, brother. I didn't take none of that weight.
It all went to his beard because I shaved.
Yeah.
So weird seeing you without the beard. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm partial to it now.
It's still weird.
So check this out. Okay, so like 100 years ago, right during the flu pandemic in 1918, stuff like that. Like there was a trend in facial hair immediately afterwards in which it became very unpopular to have a beard anymore because it kind of just was not clean looking, I guess. There's something in our brains that said that. So watch, everyone's going to drop their beards next year when this is done, and no one, well, I mean, you guys will keep it, but then you'll be unfashionable.
I mean, I've never done this for fashion.
I've been unfashionable for as long as I've had the concept of fashion brooks, so I don't think much is going to change for me.
What?
I just shaving is such a pain in the ass.
Yep.
You don't find that to be the case?
Yep.
It's like a nice ritual that I do every couple of days. So just like, get some stubble until it starts looking shitty, and then I just cut it off. I always time it so that way it's the perfect amount of I don't care for the podcast, and then like tomorrow I'll have to shave.
Can't make it look like you actually care about this.
God forbid.
Of course.
Gotta have just that right amount of indifference on your face at all times.
Is anyone else not wearing pants?
I haven't worn pants since March. Oh.
I mean, they're not pants.
I am actually wearing pants.
I'm wearing Spider-Man.
Are you wearing shants right now? Or shorts?
I'm wearing shorts. You caught me. Actually, Jinko jeans. This year's been a dark one. Rediscovered
pants.
How about you, Dan? What was your highlight of the year?
Oh boy.
Cyberpunk 2077.
No. I did not buy that. Yeah. Virgil came out on Devil May Cry 5, so that was cool. The year has mostly just kind of been a mediocre flatline, so I don't have much to say.
Sounds about right. And I don't even remember things that have happened this year other than the sad shit that's gone down. It's like, well, okay, there was Black Lives Matter, George Floyd. What did I do? And I was like, looking at my Facebook. I haven't posted any pictures. There have been no pictures taken of me this year. And I keep thinking about it. It's like when we get those memory notifications in the future, this year there'll not be a single one.
Except for the weekly moving pictures taken of you.
Those will be. I think they're called talkies, actually, right?
It's like he's getting his picture taken 24 times a minute.
Trying to think.
I only do
24
60 frames.
24 times a second.
That's much too fast. Much too fast for Brooks. Man, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Sucked.
I
Arizona legalizing weed.
yes, that was a good one.
And
Big nugs for the zona, bruh.
jasmine starting to grow. Because especially now, because that I need weed to fall asleep.
Oh, that's kind of cool that she's growing. I saw that, or she was texting.
That's dope.
Yep. It literally.
Joke, I would have followed it with an obnoxious face.
But guess what? You don't get to choose when it's a joke or not. Now we do.
We are your jailers.
Your comedy belongs to us.
It's the burden you bear for being number 5. You really got to fight for that number 3 spot.
I just had to
5
kill
alive, Kaylin. 5 alive.
Little does Kalen know, but this works like capitalism in general. We make him think that he can break through that glass ceiling, but he can't. He's not going anywhere.
Does that mean
He's got to get 5 more of his friends to join the Topless Robot pyramid scheme.
I'll start making the real money?
Oh yeah.
We're talking about vacations to Aspen, Colorado in the off season.
See, that's the great thing about the Topless Robot. You get to be your own manager.
There's a pink Cadillac in it from one of us this year. It's probably still Ryan. And then next year we all get our brands.
Can we get a branded Topless Robot Cadillac?
Where's it going?
Yeah,
It's gotta be a pink Cadillac with crushed velvet seats. Okay?
Oh my god.
Is that in the budget?
No.
Damn
You have
it.
a budget?
No. It's just whatever I can personally afford.
We have that for one episode until I drunk drive it into a fucking light pole.
Immediately.
Cool.
My real highlight of this year, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to see your butt cheeks.
He's gonna give that speech again.
He's gonna start crying.
Why is his name Ryan? He's crying Ryan.
Look at this thing.
Oh, that's a sexy beast.
It's my beautiful Adventure Time guitar.
That is a sexy beast.
Yeah.
Ooh, my highlight. I do have a highlight. My highlight is my song finally came out.
Oh yeah.
Wrote and recorded my first song ever. That was cool.
So there were only 100 of these made, and they're all numbered. And mine, I don't know if I can get it into the shot, is number 69.
Nice. Kaylin, that was wrong. You say nice.
Nice.
See, this is why you're number 5.
That's just like my okay response. Nice. Okay.
What's my internet?
How can people find your song, Tyler?
Oh, it's on Spotify, on YouTube. I shared it on my Facebook.
What should people search for?
They should search Dimmy Dark Heart on Spotify. And Hero's Journey, it's on there. So
Okay, so I know where, I know when, but why?
and who? Why? Because I am shameless in my self-promotion.
Clearly, you're so practiced at it.
Hero's Journey. It's a Hero's Journey featuring Tyler Fleck.
Yes.
feet, period, Tyler Fleck.
Correct.
Did someone say feet? I mean, look, it's the end of the year. We have a quota to meet.
In Ireland.
We have a quota to feet.
You all disgust me.
I got Legolas on my feet today. Legolas and
Yeah, but like poorly printed Legolas.
Yeah,
right?
it looks so sad.
If you were
Frodo on
a
the other one.
Legolas.
socks, man.
I hate wearing socks, but if I wear socks, they better be fun socks.
Are they like fingerless gloves for your feet? Are those the ones you prefer? So you can still...
God, no.
I hate that idea.
I want rubber gloves for my feet.
Ah, God, that sounds horrible.
Did you say rubber gloves for your feet?
Yeah, could you imagine it like pulling on like your big toe knuckle hair, like just?
Oh, like
I thought they
that's.
already had those. I think they're called Crocs.
There's those toe shoes that were popular like 8 years ago.
And the foot is the most well-designed shoe, okay, Brooks?
The foot is the most well-designed shoe.
The feet is the most well-designed shoe.
Tyler Fleck.
So, what do you hope for out of 2021?
A new bike.
A new car.
You know, honestly, the expectations are fairly easy to meet at this point.
Yeah.
Just
2 to 5.
The bar's low.
Very low.
Yeah.
better than this year. I'm pretty sure you could just step over that bar.
Pretty sure you could tiptoe over that bar.
Mm-hmm.
Tiptoe through the tulips, even.
Put that bar up my ass.
Look, when you see a bar, you know where it goes.
The only way we're raising this bar is if it goes up Kaylin's ass. You heard it here.
Bars are shaped the way they are.
Ribbed for Kaylin's pleasure.
I'm hopeful that
No
we'll.
holds barred.
I'm a
we'll
bar tender.
hey,
And man bender.
I'm hopeful that we'll start seeing some normalcy, but I don't think. I think that's hoping for a bit much right now.
I'm hoping we've got this vaccine out at least. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit, but
Yeah, but I mean, even going so far as to say normalcy in the political discourse, which is not likely. Something I learned yesterday. Mar-a-Lago has issued a warning to Trump that he cannot live there when he is done in the White House. And I learned about how he acquired Mar-a-Lago.
In a poker game?
No, he offered to buy them, and they said, no, we're not for sale. So he bought the land between Mar-a-Lago and the ocean and said, I'm going to build a high-rise here. Nice view. And they said, all right, fine, we'll sell.
oh, so wait, are you saying that Trump is a bad person?
Kind of an asshole now that I think about it.
I
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that his skin isn't naturally that color. It's all the carrots he eats because he's healthy.
My opinion is starting to change.
Cheeto people are Cheetos too, okay, Brooks? Or sorry, people.
Part of the We Are the World song, right?
Cheeto people are Cheetos too.
Yeah,
I did not sleep well.
They're not people. Be like that sometimes.
We'll be going. Well, we are well into year 3 of doing Topless Robot. So
Year 3, fight!
Hopefully we'll just still be doing the podcast and laughing at all of the absolute idiocy happening around us to help each other stay a little sane.
Because if you don't laugh about it, you just cry.
We will laugh on our quest of personal self-improvement.
Yes.
Can we get like a
Indeed.
before and after retrospective here? Year 1, our happy smiling faces. Year 3, our COVID ravaged.
I think
is always an option.
we're going to have to do a comparison of like episode 8 to, our first episode in year 5.
Yeah.
Gonna have like a cool anime scar by then, you know.
Ryan has an eye patch. I'm missing an arm.
Dan's dead, but nobody knows why.
But we
year
all.
Year 5, I am the only person who's happy on the podcast.
All of us are just in like emo makeup.
The topless robot morale officer, Dan.
Like, Tyler, that makeup's a little brooding. I don't know if it's going to fly.
Turn that frown upside down, Ryan.
Come on, buddy. Ever since I quit drinking, I've been all smiles.
See you in 2021.
Here we are at the end of our Topless Robot podcast again, and we're here to do the Topless Robot podcast unboxing special we have at the end of each episode. And today, I have an interesting item. It is imported from, I think he said it was Tibet, maybe, or it might be Nepalese, but let's take a look and see what's inside. I've already kind of opened the box a little bit just to make this a little easier and a little more fun. And fucking subscribe, asshole!